So I'm going to put a disclaimer on this video. This video will literally change your life, and I mean literally. You will never need another technique after watching this video. So you guys, if you don't know who I am, my name is Autumn, and here on this channel we help you to assume the position of who it is that you want to be in your life by knowing that you are the only thinker in your reality and you are the source in which it all flows through. Okay, you guys, so today I really wanted to share with you this download that I've gotten, and it was a while ago, but now I have a way to bring it to you. So the one thing that I have realized when it comes to really becoming the person that it is that you want to be, whether it is having the specific person that you want, whether it is having the specific money that you want, the amount that you want, the clients, the success, the love, whatever it is, the dream life, it is all here for you right now. But a lot of people, we don't know what that really means. It doesn't click, it doesn't register. And the one reason it doesn't register, and when I learned this, it really shifted me into a deeper understanding. So you have to realize that the only reason why it doesn't quite compute to you that you can truly do and be anything that you want in this life is because you are under the assumption from the state of a person who was never going to get it in the first place. So let me tell you the story. When I was sitting on the couch about a week ago, I was just sitting, I was chilling, and I was meditating a little bit, just kind of zoned out. And in my mind, I was thinking of the person that I wanted to be, but there was still some sort of disconnect. And then I heard a voice within me say, you know, she is never going to get it. And who was that she? It really made me wonder, it really made me ponder on it, because it was something that really jolted me. And in this awareness that I had in this moment was the realization that that version of me, that version of she, that version of Autumn that I was being, that I was moving from, was never going to get the understanding of being the person that I wanted to be while I'm in that state. To really break it down, let's use it in the form or in the term of really wanting to manifest an SP. So let's say that you and your current SP are really going back and forth, and the person is not conforming to the person that you know that you want them to be, but you're also reacting, you're also getting upset, you're also trying to figure out how to make this happen. You're looking up the affirmations on what to do, you're looking for all the different techniques, you're going from place to place to place. You have to realize that you in that state, you are never going to get it from you acting from the person of being in that state, because that version of you comes with a specific set of rules and behaviors, and it's like a movie. You have to picture it like a movie. You are a certain character within that reality that has certain behaviors, that has a certain self-concept of a person that is not respected, that doesn't get what they want, that doesn't have the SP that really wants to do all the things and have the loving relationship. You searching from that point in that place within that, being in that reality, you are never going to be it. You are never going to achieve it from thinking from that place. You are only going to be a seeker in that place. You will seek, but you will never find as long as you are looking from that place. It really jumped me and moved me into that reality and in that understanding, in that awareness that you can be and shift to any version of yourself. And I actually created 2 maps that I'm going to share with you. All right. So in this right here, this map, let me show you guys. Within this map, this is, let's say here, this is finances. This is you really having all the abundance that you want. Here, this is you in poverty mindset. And then we have it for love. We have it for health. We have it for like just pure happiness. We have it from everything. And all of these things, especially let's say that we are looking for more money, or we're wanting more money in our lives. When we are looking from the state of being in, of not having or having lack, we are really trying to figure out how to get there, how to get all the way over here. And we think that we are separate from that. We think that while we're in the state of lack, that we have to really figure out how to get there. So we are already coming from the standpoint of only being a seeker but never knowing, right? But when you have that awareness and that realization that you are all of it, when you are source of it, when you are under the assumption that you are source and you are the only thinker, you are the only decider, when you decide that, you take responsibility for all that is here, and then you realize that none of it is separate from you. Not the SP, not the love, not the person, not the success, none of it. And also not the poverty, not the heartbreak, not the person that is showing up in front of you right now. You are all of it. So when you move, instead of trying to go from linear perspectives and going into little frames here, because let's say these are all on the lifeline to get to your success up here. Let's say you're starting down here and you don't have any money and you have that lack mindset and you're operating from that. You're only a seeker because you have really disconnected yourself from source. So you are under the illusion of being separated from the source, from the knowing, from the awareness that you are all things and all things exist here at once. So it is really just the assumption and the choice and the responsibility as the source of it all, the cause and effect for it all. When you move yourself back here into the awareness of actually being the person, actually being the source through which all of this comes through, then you realize when you put yourself here, you realize that it is just a choice, and you can go to the highest version of yourself. You can think from the highest version of yourself when you are one with God, one with source. But the person who doesn't realize they are one with source is going to be thinking and moving from linear perspectives. And that's why a lot of you see certain changes here and there, but never the full fruition of the knowing that you are the source and that you can actually get up here very quickly. It doesn't compute, because you, who you are being down here when you are disconnected from source, will never understand this. That version of you is someone who does not understand it. They only are going to be a seeker. So if you see here the little red dots here, there's 1,000,001 ways that you can get to source, because like the scripture says, no one can come by the Father but by me. And this is consciousness. This is you being aware. This is you having the Christ consciousness, the knowing that you are the source. And when you go to the source, even if you are going through this linear experience, you're going to eventually run into the knowledge and the knowing that you are the source. When you connect yourself back to God, you will eventually get there. That is a linear experience, but you don't have to wait for conditions to be what you want them to be. You don't have to wait for circumstances to change before you can get moving, because that's what a seeker does. They are just seeking the next best thing. They're seeking the next best affirmation. They're seeking the next best technique instead of going all the way to the source from where it came from. And if you guys really want to get technical with it, you can see this is all that is within you. You can see this whole chart which is within you, because you are the cause of your own success and you are the cause of your own perceived failures. So, and you are also the cause of the SP being the way that you want them to be, and you are also the cause of them not being the way that you want to be by you being disconnected from the source or connected to the source. But you were never disconnected from the source. Now, when we say that I am, that is you. When you are here and center yourself in the source, this is what Neville Goddard means when he says that I stand at the center of my universe. So when you connect yourself up to source, or as Abraham Hicks says, the vortex, or as the highest version of yourself, the universe, when they say there's a universe in you, this is what it means. To have that full conscious awareness is to know that you are all things. And when you reject one version of yourself, which is the lack, and not looking at it as it all serves you, then you are rejecting a part of yourself. Because you are all of it, it is just a decision to see yourself where you want to be, whether it is up here, whether it is in between, whether it's somewhere down here. You can visualize yourself at the highest point of yourself, and the world has to conform to this. The world has to shuffle to this. This is why you do not lift a finger, and this is why you don't work on trying to figure out how to get from here to here, or here to here to here, or here to here through just affirmations and trying to change what is, because that version of you was never going to get it. You have to choose to go back to the source, to the recognition, and then you know that you are all of it. Okay, and then you will you'll have no problem seeing yourself from the highest perspective. Okay, and so what I really want to talk to you guys about next is when you are imagining from the small, little, teeny tiny you. This is why it's hard for you to see the full picture, or the fact that what you're going through right now is just only one little teeny tiny minuscule percentage of the whole, of the all that you could be. This is why when you are going within and seeing yourself as all of it, you recognize that it's just a choice. So here in this graph, we see that this is someone, so we could say that you in the state that you are now, which is that state of feeling the lack of finances, or just experiencing, or actually experiencing the lack of finances, experiencing the lack of your specific person, the lack of love, the lack of trust, the lack of hope, whatever it is. This version of you will never get it as long as you're thinking from this version, as long as you're connected to this version. You will not understand it. But with the awareness and realization that you are source of this, you have just disconnected yourself from the source here. You've disconnected yourself through the assumption that you were not worthy, or that you have to figure it out, you have to effort. But the person who knows that they are source knows that they are also this too. But they know that they look at this and see that, okay, like, I don't condemn this version of me, because now that I see this, I know that this is possible. And so they connect themselves up to source, and then they have no problem moving over to the version of themselves and thinking from this version. And when you think from this version that you are the source and the only thinker and the only person that has that awareness of being who it is that you want to be at any given moment, then you start to see the world conform. So it really is about abandoning this old version of yourself, completely abandoning it, connecting back to source, and choosing again. This is why we say manifestation is instant. It's not a long drawn out process, but the person who feels that they are lacking, they are going to feel the need to effort. They're going to feel the need to pick up all these different affirmations, all these different techniques, all these different things to eventually get to the awareness. Because where are you going? You're going to run into the awareness through you doing the things that you think that you have to do. You're eventually going to get there. But to get there is to just know that you are all of it, and it's just simply a choice. And that this is all within you. So the way is within you. So when people say that the way is within you, that is the truth. That God is the truth, the way, the life, the door, all of it. All of it. This is you realizing that you are one with Christ. Okay, this is you realizing that the version of you now as you are, the one without the SP, the one without this, and the one who thinks that they got to effort and try to figure out what technique is the best and what technique is going to bring this to them. That is you being outside. That is you thinking from outside of source and thinking from a disconnected point of view from source. Someone who thinks that they're doing it all by themselves. But with man, nothing is possible, but with God, with source, all things are possible, you guys. But when you separate yourself, you're going to feel the need to figure out what's the next best thing, and what's this, and what's that, and how do I do this, and how do I do that. Yes, affirmations and techniques are good, but they're only meant to affirm who we know it is that we are. So when we know that we are source and we are moving from the new story that we are telling ourselves, this is go into the room, or there are many mansions, or whatever the scriptures say, go into the room and close the door. This is someone who realizes that they are all things. This is, I am crucified with Christ. It is I who no longer lives, but Christ lives in me. And so now the life that I live by the body and the faith of the one who loved me and gave himself for me. And this is the person that is disconnected. This is the person that when they put their hand on the plow, they look back because they're not fit for the kingdom. This is the person that realizes that they feel that they have to do something to be worthy of God's love, when it just, they had it all along. You guys, that is the difference. That is the difference. Know that you are source. Know that you are that I am. I am that I am. So when you say that I am that person who gets what it is that I want, God is saying, yes, you are that. I am that, because I am that within you. I am all things within you, you guys. So do not separate yourself from God. Do not separate yourself from source, universe, whatever it is you want to call it. The way is always within you. This is why you do not have to lift a finger. And this is why you use your imagination to see yourself as the highest version that you can see yourself. Because when you are imagining as God, it is different than imagining yourself just being the little you, trying to figure out how to become God. God just knows that it is God, okay? So I think I'm actually going to leave this video right here, and we're going to go into part 2 a little bit more in depth. But I know that this video helped you. I know that it really changed your life. I know it got the wheels thinking. So you guys, make sure that you subscribe for part 2, because we're going to go a little bit more in depth, and we're really going to bring this home for you guys. And also, you guys, don't forget that coaching is available with me. Coaching is very affordable when it comes to me, because I just want you guys to definitely get what it is that you need. And also, you guys, don't forget I do have free digital products as well on my site. Thank you so much for watching. Get down in the comments and let me know what changed your life. Let me know if you have any more questions, that sort of thing. And don't forget, you guys, imagination is always on your side. It always is, all right? And I am too. Bye.